The Brewster Rotary Club presents.
Hello, and welcome to the end of the year edition of Rotary TV.
End of the year in July, you ask? Well, like Rotary clubs the world over, the Brewster Rotary Club held its annual installation dinner in June. At the dinner, the club's outgoing president, Judy DiMattia, handed over the reins of power to the incoming president, Rotarian Jim Nixon. Jim Nixon has served previously as president of the Brewster Rotary in the 1990s, and we'll be speaking with him a little later in the program to talk about his plans for the upcoming year. But first, a look back at some of the things Brewster Rotary did this past year. Back in December, over the holidays, the Brewster Club hosted the community at our annual breakfast at Applebee's. Our club has been fortunate to enjoy the support of the Brewster community, which in turn helps us help many organizations around town and around the county, and this was our little way to return the favor. The club also named Bill Evans as our Rotarian of the Year. Bill spearheaded our highly successful Super Bowl raffle fundraiser, and with fellow Rotarian Jan Stark, were the first Brewster Rotarians to go abroad on a humanitarian mission with Project Amigo. We also said goodbye to one of our own this year, Rotarian and former County Executive David D. Bruin. Members of his family, including Rotarian David M. Bruin, his son, paid tribute to him at our annual dinner. On a happier note, our club recently welcomed representatives from some of the organizations we've helped here in Putnam County. The Brewster Club's work with other Putnam County Rotary Clubs was recently recognized by Putnam CAP, that's the Community Action Program. Here, the presidents of the various clubs received an award from Judy Callahan, CAP's director.
With me today is Jim Nixon, the incoming president of the Brewster Rotary Club. Hello there, Jim. How are you?
Hello, Bob. Glad to be here.
So, this is not the first time you have taken the job of president of Brewster Rotary, is it?
No, it is not. The last time, though, was literally in the last century, 1991-92. And I've now begun my second term 23 years later.
Okay. And does it look different from 23 years ago?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no, not so much. In 23 years, actually, our community has, not that our community has evolved so much, although it has, but just the way we do things in Rotary and out of Rotary.
Well, this year coming up, what are your plans?
This year coming up, something that has been an increasingly important emphasis for Rotary in general, Rotary International, and particularly the United States, is looking at what we refer to as new generations. And I say what we refer to as because not long ago I was invited to speak somewhere regarding new generations, not Rotary specific. I found out that I was the new generation because these people were actually contemporaries of my father. However, there's always a new generation, and a twofold sort of interest in Rotary is, one, and sustaining Rotary into the future. We're now many years over 100 years old. But also just in general of looking at the service needs of younger people around us, and also how those people can learn to apply their work ethic, their understanding of community to service in the future. So something that we're looking forward to in this year, specifically in Brewster Rotary, is a stronger emphasis on what we do with youth. We have for many years sponsored and supported the Interact Club at Brewster High School. Interact, as you know, is basically Rotary for high school age people. Many of those people go on to be Rotarians, but not all of them do. And in truth, we don't track them as well as we would like to. So it's something that we're all talking about. I think this year I would like to see the club get more directly involved with Interact. I have a member of the club who is their advisor. He has done it for a number of years. He works very well with the kids. I would like to see more of the members get involved with Interact and expose the interactors more to what us adult Rotarians are doing. Also, part of the initiative from Rotary International is to put a stronger emphasis on programs, projects, what have you, geared toward younger people who are not high schoolers, but more like 20 to 30. People who are in their 20s and 30s can be full Rotarians, but in general, that is not as common as people who have a little more gray hair as I do. And so we're looking for. We have some younger members in our club, a couple of members who are under 30, but only a couple who are only 30. And so looking to work with them to sort of identify things, how to work with those needs. And we also like to I would like to see the club do more specific projects with helping younger people. There's there's school organizations in town. There's a drop-in center that does a lot for younger people, and we'd like to do more emphasizing how we can work with those organizations.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned youth, and of course our district governor. For those of you non-Rotarians out there, each club is part of a district, and that district has a governor, and sounds like a great job. I'll tell you, it's double the pay of what Jim is getting for as president. But this year, our outgoing district governor was the youngest ever, wasn't he?
Yes.
Fell by the name of Drew Kessler.
That is correct.
And he took a different tack in trying to attract the youth, didn't he? With the with his district conference this past week.
Yes, he has taken a different tack in it, and I know some Rotarians, in general, as you know, we all want to support the governor. In a club, I see we all want to support our president because we want to see Rotary be a success. But I think there was some question as to how well some of these things would work. But this year's district conference, which was just about a week ago, ended this past weekend, it had a different, more youth-oriented theme. It was at a location where there was an amusement park, and Rotarians were encouraged more strongly than usual to bring their families. Now past District Governor Kessler has a young family who I understand has been very involved. His wife was just inducted as a Rotarian, but his children were at these events. And I was at the district conference. I wasn't at every event. 4 of us from Brewster were at the district conference this year, and a member who has seen many, many district conferences over the past, and another outgoing president who's seen a few, both agree that this one was definitely a very successful district conference. It was very exciting, particularly with the emphasis on youth, and the emphasis not only being about the fun that people had and having children with them. But a lot of the Rotary projects and programs that were emphasized, show what we can do with youth and how youth can get more involved with us.
Mm-hmm. And are you looking forward to working with our new district governor, who is from right here in Putnam, Penny Byron from Patterson?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I've known Penny for a number of years. In the past, I have been assistant district governor, which is nothing like the job of being district governor. But in that time, one of the things that I found enjoyable was having to communicate with a number of clubs in the area, including Patterson. Good way to put it. I mean, if I go through everything that I think I have in mind for this year in Rotary, it would be too much, I think. But I think, I shouldn't say I think, I know this has always been a very strong club. I've been a member of this club for now a little over 25 years. And I think we're ready and enthusiastic to go into a new year, to do some new projects and programs, as well as to maintain programs and projects we have worked with in the past. I've mentioned the Interact. We have been a number of local organizations that we have supported in the past, and we will probably continue to support them either financially or lending assistance wherever we can. So I'm looking forward to this year.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us. And that is all we have for today for Rotary TV.
Don't go away just yet. Stay tuned for information about upcoming Rotary events.